called Pippi and the Leaf Forever. It's about a turtle and a cat who are best friends.
My book is about a young boy and a turtle teaching others about friendship and including, showing that including can change someone's life.
My picture book is about a penguin called Peniel and his friends.
My book is about a boy named Brad, and he goes on adventures with a bunny named Fred.
I wrote my picture book, The Perfect Puppy.
My picture book is about a mischievous cat who can't catch anything.
My book is How to Not to Be a Knight. My picture book is about a dinosaur playing AFL.
So this book is called Brooks the Dragon. Is like the savior of the town. He does many good deeds.
It's about a unicorn who has hooves, so she can't paint very well.
My book is about two friends, Charlie and Bruno, that Charlie hates her homework and she wants to get rid of it, and she tries to get rid of it in these all different types of ways.
My book is about a snail called Benji getting bullied.
The idea I got from the book came from the thought of how God created everything.
My picture book is about a cat and a dog who are best friends, but they think that because cats and dogs aren't usually best friends, that they shouldn't be best friends. So it's about how they try to find friends but realise that only they can be best friends.
My picture book is called The Backwards Book. My picture book is about a world that is back to front, and everything is out of the ordinary.
My picture book is about dinosaurs and a fashion show where they compete against each other to win this ultimate trophy.
My picture book answers the question why the chicken actually crossed the road.
My picture book is about a pigeon that does everything opposite. My idea from the picture book came from, I was sitting at home one day, I was really, really bored, and I just saw a little pigeon fly past. I was like, let's write a book about that.
Bratty Betty is a spoiled girl. She has a lot of things. She has beautiful clothes, but she is pretty mean when she doesn't get it. But she is actually pretty lonely because there's no one to play with in the day.
So it's about Sally the sloth, Poppy the puppy, and Caitlin the cat. They're all friends. And then one day, when they're on the bus, a mean girl comes on and they don't know what to do. And my book is called Why Do Baboons Have Pink Bottoms?
My picture book is about four friends that meet a new friend, but they think that the new friend is mean, but is she actually?
My picture book is about a young bird that feels invisible, and because of this, the bird can't fly.
I did a book about the Poglets. It is about two best friends who are cute pigs, and they go on a venture to find a lost chicken.
And the title of my book is The Giraffe Who Traveled the World. My picture book is about a giraffe named Jelly who gets to travel the world and experience many fun and delicious things.
And my picture book is about a lost shrimp.
My picture book is about my very first trip around Australia.
The idea for my picture book came from my best friends in real life, especially Jessica. She is great and I really relate to this. And I got the idea from my picture book I recently got a puppy called Coco, so I wanted to do something about dogs.
The idea for my picture book came from all the movies, the medieval books, and how they're all sad or all gruesome. But I thought about a happy book with a nice knight.
I lived in South Africa, and my best friend had a cat called Thomas, a black cat. And I just thought of a raccoon because I thought a cat's best partner was a raccoon.
The idea for my picture book came from a year one kid I was reading a picture book to, and he really liked AFL and dinosaurs.
I got the idea for my picture book was my own friendship group, and everyone in my friendship group is different, and we're all different people, but we're all have really good friends.
It is hard and challenging, but making a new friend will be exciting and fun.
The idea that came from my picture book is from my childhood. When I was young, I was constantly traveling, so I wanted to share my story of traveling in a fun cartoon version.
The idea of my picture book came from when my family, in 2016, travelled around Australia for 6 months.
One of the techniques I used was movement lines, different pictures or angles of illustration, and changing the size of illustrations.
The different perspectives, so the worm's eye view is what I used here. Also used movement lines in this picture here. This page I used a lot of yellow.
Learned about salient images and double page spreads.
I learned about movement lines, so like if you want to show like if somebody's running or walking, you can show like little lines behind them to show that they're moving.
The special things I did with my book is changing the text, making it like go around Brad.
And then some of the techniques I used in my book was I used lots of colour. I used a salient image to direct the sight of people, and I used some movement lines and other pictures.
Was to use lots of colour, like on this page, to attract younger audiences. Another technique I used was movement lines, as shown on this page, to show movement.
I change the font usually for some strong moments.
It uses a lot of vectors, which is where you have objects pointing towards where he is, like the paw prints.
One of the techniques I used in my book was colour.
The techniques I used in my book was bright colours and movement lines.
I have a few pictures of the teeth and then the mouth where the tooth is missing. Yeah, and then I have a few like action lines where one day my tooth fell out and it's like all going down to show like the movement lines in the text.
Well, I made like one page very big, like to kind of fit the drawing.
One of the techniques I used was colour in my book, and I really like drawing snails.
One of the techniques I used was salient image and colour.
A technique I used in my book is using like a lot of colour to show when they're like happy, and also I used like more darker and more grey colours for when they were like sad. I did different colours for the names in the thing, and then on this page I did curved when it says Poppy said sorry.
One technique I used in my book was bright colours and coloured text.
First page, it's red and blue. Second page, green and orange, two very contrasting colors. And I've used different types of styles, as in these wings with a bunch of circles. And one of my favorites, my rainbow dragon.
Like color, I use alliteration, and I use different text, like these ones.
So I use different fonts. In some pages I used different fonts, and I also used some colour because I know that kids like colour, and so I wanted to add a bit of colour to it.
There was a variety of text and colour throughout my book.
So there's change of colour and font, and definitely different sizes of the font.
Positions of my pictures, for example like this, from like back view, front view and side view.
I use lots of colour, as I know kids love colour. And I changed the text in my book to big and swervy and yeah.
Was colour, changing text and changing the size of illustrations.
One of the techniques I used in my book, you have to drag your finger across the page.
Was giant's eye view, where I drew my character called Zalumpa, looking down at the turtle feeding him.
And what I enjoyed most was colouring my picture book, because I found that like really relaxing. So, yeah. What I enjoyed about creating this book was the colouring in and drawing all the pictures. That was just definitely my favourite part. Thank you.
And I enjoyed just drawing the illustrations because it was really fun just sitting with my friends.
Drawing my pictures, because I'm not very good at drawing people, but I tried my best and I ended up finishing well.
Using lots of different fonts and techniques on the computer.
was typing up all the words on the computers.
The part I enjoyed was drawing the pictures.
I enjoyed it because I liked looking for different ideas.
But as I began to progress into the book, I enjoyed it more and more.
It was like coming up with the idea and seeing it all like come to a book.
I really enjoyed making my book.
I probably enjoyed the most like learning about how you make it on the computer and like doing all the techniques on the computer. And I also really enjoyed finding out how other authors and illustrators make books. I enjoyed most doing the pictures. The pictures were quite fun to draw and color in, and yeah.
What I enjoyed about the book was probably the drawings and the writing of the book itself, as it rhymes throughout the whole thing.
What I really enjoyed the most was drawing the pigeon.
Colouring in and drawing the pictures.
It was drawing all the pictures and colouring them in. It was so much fun. And I also made this advertisement for it.
Just seeing what my friends like to write about and their amazing work as well. Thank you.
I just really liked this journey of seeing how I can make up my own picture book. Thank you.